When it comes to the Intercontinental Championship, I will say hands down it's one of my favorite mid-card titles in all of pro wrestling, especially in the WWE. There's been many different models and designs of this belt, but nothing I believe will out-top this beautiful one, especially the white strap. This version of the Intercontinental Championship has been around, I want to say, throughout like the late 80s that went into possibly 1990. I think it was 98 when they revolved into the oval belt, but I'm going to do another video. It will be a two-parted video because I know a lot of people loved this version and that oval belt of the Intercontinental Championship. So for this part one video, I'm going to reveal my top 5 superstars that made this belt look so damn good, no matter if it was this color strap or this one right here, the black strap, or even any of the other colors they've had in the past. Coming in at number 5 on my list of the top 5 superstars that made this version of the Intercontinental Championship look so good. First up, it's Dean Ambrose coming in at number 5, the former 3-time Intercontinental Champion. The man won that title for the first time against Kevin Owens back at TLC 2015. The Lunatic Fringe made this classic version look so good. By the way, shout out to a former Intercontinental Champion, Cody Rhodes, who revived this classic belt, and I was there in attendance when it happened. Moving on the list at number 4, coming in is none other than the legendary Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the only title this man has ever held in his Hall of Fame career. One reign as Intercontinental Champion, and we will never forget that historic 5-star match that just stole the show against the Macho Man Randy Savage in front of 93,000 people at the Pontiac Silverdome at WrestleMania 3. Such an instant classic that put the Intercontinental Championship on the map. Coming in at number 3 is my overall favorite guy in wrestling that got me into it in the WWE. None other than The Rock, or at the time he was Rocky Maivia, the former 2-time Intercontinental Champion. Won his first Intercontinental title against Hunter Hearst Helmsley, or Triple H, on an episode of Raw back in 1997. It was a great reign, but that second one made it historic when he held it for 265 days. Coming in at number 2 is none other than a man who made this title irrelevant, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the former 3-time Intercontinental Champion. Won his first against the British Bulldog on an episode of Saturday Night's Main Event. Had 3 wonderful reigns, including great rivalries that leads to my final and number 1 superstar that made this version of the Intercontinental Championship irrelevant. The former 4-time champion, the bad guy himself, Razor Ramon, aka Scott Hall. What people don't know is he actually won his first Intercontinental Championship against the model Rick Martel, who they were the final 2 in a battle royal, and they squared off in a singles match. His first title lasted 198 days, and that also included the feud with Shawn Michaels, where they ended up having 2 Intercontinental Champions. That led to the most famous ladder match of all, WrestleMania 10, to crown the undisputed Intercontinental Champion, with Razor holding both titles. That counted still as his first reign. What do you guys think of the list so far? Who are your top superstars that held this classic version of the Intercontinental Championship? Be on the lookout for part 2 of the Intercontinental Championship with that classic oval belt from the Attitude Era.